babes, welcome back to another episode of Glamour and Glory, where I retell a Bible story and practice doing my makeup at the same time. If this is your first time here, my name is Sage and welcome. I'm so excited to be sharing this time with you. So I'm very new to makeup, so don't get your hopes up. But we have fun here. I'm very dramatic, as I have learned editing these videos, and I love it. My cousin had addressed that I was saying that we don't deep dive, but there's no other way to read the Bible. So I just wanted to read as many stories as possible, but if we don't talk about it or discuss it, then what are we doing? Are we even really reading the Bible? And so that is why I started doing my commentary the way that I do it, so that we can discuss it, because the Bible doesn't discuss it. They don't tell you how they be feeling. They don't go through it. And sometimes I feel like we forget that the Bible was real people and we're still real people. We think of it as this old book, but it's still a living word. It's still a living word. And I think that if we focus more on the book as if it was still happening today, we would understand a lot more. We would treat each other better, and we would relate a lot more, and we won't have to be so perfect. I feel like the church growing up, everybody was supposed to be so perfect. And then when I started getting older, realizing that people were doing everything they weren't supposed to be doing in the Bible, it's a whole thing, And so here, I just really want it to be okay to be yourself and talk about God. This is not, you're not going to go to jail if you smoked before you watched this video or drank. I just finished my little wine right here. You know what I mean? It's also late, but that don't stop me sometimes. We're going to be who we are right now and follow Jesus. So if you are I'm not gonna put nobody out there, but if you have any type of issues, this is the place to be, right? This is the place to be, a place of a community of Jesus loving people, and we don't judge here, okay? We don't judge here. So with that being said, enjoy the video. Oh, I know. It's natural. It's a natural look. I will link the tutorial I use for this video in the description box. Oh, she's amazing. I had to follow her, subscribe, all the things, because she's my color, and she did get me right. I feel like this is my best. I wanted to keep it natural because I have my natural hair going. So I love it. Y'all gonna see this look a lot. I mean, at least the foundation and everything. And then I might, I like my crazy eyelash colors. Eyebrow colors. So, eyeshadow colors. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. And I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye. Okay, y'all. So real quick, I just wanted to address, if you hear my daughter in the background at all, I apologize. It is what it is. But in the last video, we went over my little discrepancy that I found that was just driving me crazy. And then at the end, I just chalked it up to it just being a symbolic thing, because were they really taking timestamps like that, or were they just writing it from memory? Because I can't remember what happened last week, let alone whenever the heck they decided to write this after the event, you know what I mean? So whatever. But yes, so we were talking about Sarah's death, but after she died, Abraham goes on to marry someone else, and her name is Keturah, I think it's how it's pronounced. And she has 6 children with him. So Abraham not only has Isaac and Ishmael, he has 6 other children. So God definitely blessed him like he said he was going to do. And Abraham passed away at the ripe old age of 175 years old. He had a great life. And the Bible really dotes on the life that Abraham lived as good. But however, before he died, he did leave everything to Isaac, because Isaac was his promised child. But he did give gifts to Ishmael and his 6 other children that he had by Keturah. He did give them gifts, you know, so he's like, yeah, I'm not going to leave you empty handed. He did give them something, you know, like they were not left out the will completely, which also means that Abraham, Ishmael, they all reconciled after Sarah passed away. Like, he came back into his life, and when he passed away, Isaac and Ishmael, is that how you say it? Because that's how it says it on my Bible app. I started listening to it because I'm like, I'm not pronouncing these names right. And my dyslexia is too bad to be trying to come up with the pronunciations on my own. So, I started listening to that when I needed help with that. And that's how it says it, Ishmael. So, which is how I feel like I've been saying it. Yeah, so anyways, so Isaac and Ishmael bury Abraham next to Sarah in the cave he purchased from Ephron the Hittite. Okay, and so that is the end of Genesis 25 all the way up to verse 18. And we're going to stop there and move on to Genesis 26. And then we'll come back to the end of Genesis 25 and I'll introduce you to Esau and Jacob. And the reason I'm doing this is because of what happens. It makes me feel like they weren't even born yet, because I feel like that would have been very obvious. So let me just explain it and then you'll get it, okay? So there's a famine going on in the land, pretty much similar to Abraham's time, but now we're talking about Isaac. And he goes to the King Abimelek. I'm assuming it's the same king, although now they're calling him a king, but when Abraham was alive, they were calling him a pharaoh. So maybe it's his son or something like that, but it doesn't specify. But I'm like, how old does he have to be if he was ruling when Abraham was alive? You know, like, these are the questions that keep me up at night. So anyways, Isaac is headed down towards Egypt, and because of the famine that's going on right now. So he's heading down towards them there for help, basically. And then God tells him, do not go any further. Like, he's in a town called Garir. I don't know. I did not listen to the whole chapter again to get the pronunciation. I should have, but I didn't. So he basically is still ruling in that town. So he just settles up near there. He doesn't necessarily go into that town because God tells him not to. And he's like, just stay here. Do not go down into Egypt. Just stay here and I will bless you. I will take care of everything. Don't worry about it. But when the men of the land asked him who Rebekah was, just like his father and his mother, he lied. He lied to them basically to save himself. Rebekah was so beautiful, he thought they would kill him for her. So he lied and said, well, she's my sister, so that they wouldn't kill him. And, you know, after a long time of them being in the land, that's what the Bible says specifically, after a long time. So I don't know how long they've been living there, living under this lie, but that's what it says, after a long time. The king happened to just look out the window one day and he saw that Isaac was caressing Rebekah, and, like, you know, he's like, brothers and sisters, don't do that. No. So he summoned them, and, well, he summoned Isaac, and he's like, this is your wife. Like, why'd you lie to me? And Isaac told him, you know, he's like, well, I thought you would kill me on account of her, you know, and he's just like, one of my men could have very well slept with her, and then you would have brought shame on us. So basically the exact same situation that happened with his dad, blah, 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 blah. Gives him land to, like, tell him, go anywhere, whatever. So then Isaac does become very prosperous. God does bless him, so he becomes very prosperous, and it makes the Philistines jealous. It makes them very, very jealous, and they stopped up all the wells that his father built, that Abraham built. They stopped up all the wells that Abraham built, and basically kicked Isaac out and was like, okay, you go we want nothing more to do with you. You're way too powerful here. Go away. And so Isaac he leaves, his servants build a well. The people of the land fought over it, like, this is not your well, this is our well. And then the same thing happened a couple more times, and then finally they were able to build, I think it happened like one other time, and then finally they were able to build a well that no one was fighting over, and they were very, very happy about that. However, during this time, while his servants are there building, trying to find that well, Abimelek comes back, and Isaac is like, what are you doing here? Because you sent us away. So this is my land. What are you doing here? Because Abimelek comes with two of his men's, his chief of staff and his right hand man, whatever you want to call them, he comes with two of his big boss men, and Isaac is just sitting there yo, bro, what's happening? What you want? Because you don't want that smoke, but if you want that smoke, what you here for? And Abimelek is like, no, we realize that you are a man of God, and we'd much rather have you on our side than be against you. So we would just make a treaty with you, no harm, no foul. You were very powerful. We sent you away peacefully, though. So remember us, because God has blessed you. And that's basically what they came to say. And so Isaac throws them a feast. They stay the night, and in the morning they leave peacefully. And then that's the last we hear of the things between Isaac and Abimelek. And now, Jacob and Esau. Okay, and so I'm pretty sure this is after the famine, when Isaac found the well that no one quarreled over, and they were able to actually settle the land. I'm assuming this is when Isaac is Rebecca and Isaac still have not had children, and they were struggling. So Isaac prays Lord, we want a baby. Please bless Rebecca so we can have a baby. And his prayers were answered by God. And, in the pregnancy, Rebecca is whoa, I've seen pregnancy and this is not normal. So she asked God, what is going on? What's happening to me? And God proceeds to tell her that she is having twins, and that there's two nations in her belly, basically, both great children. One will be stronger than the other, but the older one will serve the younger one. And I'm going to just throw this in there now. Esau is the one that's stronger than the other. Just so you know, Esau is the stronger brother. But Jacob, God said Jacob will rule over the other one. I mean, he knows the future. And when we get into that, maybe that's why. But I feel like he should have never told Rebecca that, because her future actions may be the reason she does what she does. Just a forewarning, head thought type of thing. And so Rebecca gives birth to their first son, Esau, because he was born red and full of hair. They named him Esau, which it says it may mean hairy. Directly in my Bible, the little asterisk thingy, you look down, it's hairy. It may mean hairy. It says it may mean hairy. So I don't even think they know. I don't know. I was trying to get into all of that because, like I said, it's rabbit holes, and this week has been very busy. So I just didn't have time to get into all that. But if you know the tea, drop the tea in the comments, and that's why we're here. We are doing this together. Yes. So after Esau came out, the other baby came out grasping his heel, and so they named him Jacob. And Jacob means he grasped the heel. It's a Hebrew idiom for he deceives. And so the boys grew up, and Esau became a skillful hunter, which Isaac favored because he loved wild game, fresh wild game. That was his thing. Esau, go catch me something fresh. Cook it up nice. That was his thing. He loved wild game, obviously, because he didn't want to eat his own cattle. That's his money. So Esau can go out and get him food that, that was free, basically. It just cost time and energy of his son that enjoyed doing it anyway. So it was really like, catch me some wild game. And it was practice for him. And so that's why he favored him. At least in my mind. You got to put backstories to everything. You have to. So Jacob grew up as like a house dweller, like he loved to be in it says the tents, but it's like a house dweller, where they live. Like he loved to like do the cooking and the, I guess the cleaning, like whatever his mom did, because his mom loved him because he was a house dweller. Like he's just like me. I love him. And yeah, so I think that's what it is. It's very, I feel like the Bible is the Bible is very vague, because I feel like they put so much into telling you who Esau was and just a beep of who Jacob was. But then Jacob does get an entire section later. So maybe Jacob was already blessed by God, because he said the older one will serve the younger one. So he already knew. I don't know. Let's move on. And so I also want to take this time to apologize, because the audio is probably going to be a little bit different. I didn't do it all at the same time. And it is 95 degrees here in Florida. I usually record in my car, and it's like 115 degrees in my car. So the windows are down and my garage door is open. So you might hear a whole bunch of stuff. My daughter is sitting here. You might hear that too. Let's move on. So one day Esau is out hunting, and he comes home starving, like completely famished. And he's like, oh my God, Jacob, please give me some of that red lentil stew you're cooking. And so Jacob is like, yeah, you can have some. Sell me your birthright first. And Esau is like, what? Like, seriously, dude? Like, I'm starving. Just give me some stew. What good is my birthright if I'm gonna be dead from hunger? Like, you're gonna have it anyway, so just give me the stew. And Jacob is like, no, you need to swear to me first that your birthright goes to me. And I had to look up what birthright meant. It has to do with like his position in the family and his inheritance. So like in ancient Israel, all sons received some of their father's property. Like Abraham, remember, he did give his 6 sons. That was from his wife after Sarah, and also Ishmael. He did give them stuff while he was alive, but when he died, everything else went to Isaac. It's basically like that, that's the reason. So they would receive, like the firstborn would receive a double portion and would become the leader of the family and have the same judicial authority as their father. So he's basically taking his father's place in the family, and that is the birthright. And so Esau gave up his right as the firstborn to take his father's place for some stew. Not me. I would have punched him smooth out. Like, get out the way. I'm hungry. Because he was stronger. He was a hunter. So you going out, you hunting wild game and stuff. You coming across all kinds of predators. He was not some punk. And I know that you can fast. So I know he wasn't literally getting ready to drop dead. Maybe. It doesn't say how long he's been out there, but you a hunter. You was snacking on some berries, some something. So yeah, you might be famished, but you're not about to die. To give up your birthright? Like, maybe he thought he was just kidding, and he wasn't like, oh, he real serious about this, so no. Because I would have just been like, get the heck out, get the heck out the way. Get out the way. I'm hungry. Move. So a real man can eat. Okay, I'm done. We're going to stop there, my friends, and I will pick up to the rest of their drama because that was just the beginning, and I will pick up with that on the next one. Thank you so much for rocking with me. As always, leave your comments, your likes, your suggestions, all the things in the comments, and I will leave the video that was inspired by this look in the description box and all the things. So yes, remember, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, remember to read your Bible so we can talk about this. Have a great day, great week, great until I see you again. Just let it be great until we see each other again. All right. God bless. And you know what? I'm going to start praying. I don't know if I should pray in the beginning or the end of the videos. I'm going to start praying in the beginning of the videos, the next one. All right. Love you guys. Bye.